closing remarks. In this 90 seconds, they were challenged to clearly articulate their purpose, summarize why they are the best candidate, and ask for your vote. If they are not credible, they risk losing the election. In much the same way, we as professionals are given forums to capture the attention of business leaders, convey our value to the business, and ask for growth opportunities. If we are not credible with our closing remarks, we too may be passed over when leadership positions need to be filled. Please join me in welcoming Bryan Bohannon, who will share strategies for each of us to be successful with our closing remarks in his speech entitled 90 Seconds to Fame.
I was on the edge of my seat. It was time for closing remarks. The governor's candidates were each going to step forward and tell us what they were going to do for our great state. Were they going to articulate clearly what they were going to complete in their term? Was their body language conveying a sense of credibility and sincerity? Did they passionately believe in their beliefs? And then it hit me, BAM! Fellow Toastmasters, this is a 90 seconds to fame opportunity. This is not just for governor elections, this is for us too. It could be something as simple as a social event. Hi, what do you do? Or it could be that really difficult, uncomfortable interview question. Tell me about yourself. Or it could be that unexpected meeting with a new general manager of your company. Fellow Toastmasters, we have opportunities to have 90 seconds of engagement. And in that 90 seconds, we have to convey our value and be memorable. Otherwise, we'll be passed over. How do we do that? How do we bring our value into 90 seconds? I'll suggest 3 simple steps to better position yourself for your 90 seconds to fame. Number 1, first of all, recognize the importance of having your own story. Number 2, adopt a method to make sure your message is effective. Craft your message in a way that you tell people what they want to hear so you get what you want. And number 3, practice in a setting that you may deliver your message. So let me share you a story how I followed these 3 steps and how it changed my life. I walked into a meeting. I saw a guy I did not recognize in the room. I walked up to him and said, "Hello, I'm Bryan Bohannon. I'm a product manager on Fiona's team. What's your name?"
My name is John.
And he said, "My name is Hassan Rahim. I'm the Senior Vice President, Provider Solutions." And at that minute, I said, "Oh my, I am unprepared for this meeting, and what is this meeting about? Why did my boss not tell me that her new boss was going to be here and that we were going to have a meeting about the future of the company?" I kept a smile on my face, said, "It was a pleasure to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you." Went and took my seat, and my boss started the meeting. She said, "Hassan's here today, and he just wants to get to know each of you and share his vision for the company." Right afterwards, Hassan said, "I'd like to first start with introductions. I'd like to get to know each one of you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in healthcare, when you joined the company, and what products you manage?" And within seconds, it was my turn. "Hi, Hassan. I'm Bryan Bohannon. I joined the company in January. I manage our medication management products, Red Book, Ultimedics, and I work very closely with our vendor partner managers on our integrated solutions." Quick and to the point. And then immediately, I felt deflated. I felt I missed an opportunity to be memorable, to have an impact on my future. To add insult to injury, my boss introduced another product manager who wasn't even there. And after her introduction, another senior vice president in the room said, the value that Tanya brings is she's got great experience in the pharmaceutical, big pharma industry, and she really understands drug development cycles. So she can help us with our products and our product life cycle. I thought, wow, she's not even here, and she's the most memorable of the bunch. I was traumatized. I thought, this minute, I am going to take forward, and I am going to become more memorable. I am going to develop my own personal 90 seconds to fame success story. So the 3 steps I took are in front of you right now. You can take these home if you want to go through these in detail. But I followed some basic principles. The first principle is, don't tell people what you want to say. Tell them what they need to hear so you get what you want. And number 2, the second principle to follow, clearly articulate your purpose and your value in an emotional way to be memorable. If you follow these 2 steps, I even put a value messaging matrix together to kind of make sure there's continuity between your message and the result that you want. This message has changed my life, and I am now more prepared than I once was before. Hello, Austin. I'm Bryan Bohannon. I've been involved in designing and developing healthcare products for the medical industry for most of my career. In the last 8 years, I've been a product manager, and I've collaborated with several teams and led many programs to develop products for the marketplace. And we've developed over 25 different unique products. One of the things I'm most proud of is a recent regulatory approval and delivery, more global launch of a healthcare, of a heart disease failure product. In just 10 days after approval, I personally observed and arranged surgeries in 4 different countries, 7 surgeries in all. It was a landmark for the company. It's a record to the date in terms of time, and it was very fun to work on. I joined the company in January. I'm responsible for our medication management products, and I work closely with our sales managers and our vendor partners on our highest growth initiative around integrated solutions. I'm happy to be here, and I look forward to working with you and the team to expand our portfolio and build the business. Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters, my 90 seconds to fame speech is not complete. It is not perfected, but I'm working on it. And I encourage each of you to develop your personal story. Adopt the method to make sure it's effective, and practice in a scenario that you will find yourself in the future. If you do this effectively, it may change your life. Be prepared and be memorable.